She's pretty young. That's my nice way of saying she's not very smart. She's not ripe enough to run for president. First, she has to get married. She has to plan a wedding. Or you want to plan a wedding and run for president at the same time? And then you have to get pregnant. So why? No. This is how it goes. This is how it goes. Just follow me, Greg. Once you get married, following you. Then you get pregnant. And then once you have the baby, you have a family. Right. And the media loves it.
Man, that was a lot of overused tropes about AOC that just came out of Jesse Waters' mouth. And Greg Gutter Dweller was just egging him on with his signature witch cackle. But these goons are just intimidated by and attracted to AOC. And why? She's very young and sprightly, aggressively honest and testy, accessible, critical of the status quo. She's a mainstay in the Democratic Party. And these are all things that threaten the precious lifestyles of the Washington and corporate elite, Waters and Gutfeld included. See, Democrats try to play down her role and her voice in the party to ensure the donors haven't lost control. Their words and actions with her tend to conflict. She's an advocate for the next generation, but we're going to slash all her wings, Green New Deal, and build back better provisions. Republicans love to bring up her youthfulness, whether it's sexually,
look at that booty on AOC,
or intellectually.
AOC supposedly has an economics degree, which I imagine she got through the mail by clipping box tops off her Panda Puff cereal.
I think women like AOC should be seen as dangerous for the status quo, if given enough power and support by the people. Jesse thinks she's unripe and childish? Look at how she negates those negative labels.
And I am here because I have to show my parents that I am their daughter and that they did not raise me to accept abuse from men.
She comes from a diverse city with all the modern issues of housing for all, public versus private education, police power, race relations, public health, living wages, you name it, and she's lived it. Experience breeds wisdom, folks, and she knows what her people need because she asks, and she accommodates voters through digital communication. AOC holds digital town halls with her constituents at least once a month. I know because I get her newsletter. I just looked at a recent study from the Center for Effective Lawmaking that shows from observation of over 23K town halls between 2013 and 2021, substantial legislation can come from those who interact more with their constituencies. And AOC holds Instagram story Q&As and daily updates on what's happening behind the scenes in DC and New York.
My goal is always to give you all maximum transparency and let you see what was going on in terms of the chess pieces on the board and what was actually happening behind the scenes.
And I happen to like her makeup tips mixed in with politics. That's the multifaceted nature of a woman. She not only calls out Republicans and corporations' mountains of BS.
Let's talk about one thing more important to lobbyists and the gun industry than children, than houses of faith, than human beings. Let's talk about profit.
Exploits the disingenuousness and pandering of greedy Democrats who just want to keep the gravy train rolling. She wants dark money out of politics, so we don't keep attracting the same kind of personality that only listens to big donor viewpoints. I would say this is most American, and AOC and her squad demonstrate that womanhood takes many forms. Motherhood and marriage are powerful factors in legislating for the future. So is being single or dating. Confidence in a legislator's performance should never be dependent on whether you can put a family together or not. Many past presidencies involved broken families, and look at some of the examples of marriage and family the swamp dumped on us. But that's what all this female character attack from Jesse Waters and others is for, to sustain a model of America that historically benefited a certain kind of person, and to detach women from that model through invalidation. Women, especially women of color, know the truth behind many of America's biggest socioeconomic and cultural issues because they've been involved with or forced to fix many of society's long-term struggles. And they're blamed, ridiculed, no matter how much they try to make positive change. Honestly, I wish people of persuasive power like Waters and Gutfeld would stop building false personas about progressive women like AOC, but since they don't, I also get a little twinkle in my eye because these guys are speaking out of fear. Unripe for a presidency means AOC would definitely pull the sexist capitalist rug out from under their feet. I just want to add one more thing. I do worry about this Jesse Waters clip being seen out of a greater context. The effect that could have on any potential female members of the progressive movement. They can call you loud, aggressive, disobedient, naive, crazy. All labels that society attaches to women like us to keep us down. But I want you to know that if you are young, that doesn't necessarily make you unwise or naive. And if you're older, you're not used up or unoriginal. In fact, the opposite. Are you loud? That doesn't mean your opinion is wrong or stupid or performative. You like challenging authority? That's not un-American or disrespectful. And not having a family or being married is not a deal breaker for your political future. Ladies, in the comments below, feel free to share your experiences where a person or society tried to categorize you or shut you up. What did that do for you? Did it really motivate you to hone your talents and share them with the world? Did it still hurt or change the way you think?